in that heavy stuff and let it come down into this. Ooh, there we go. There's a nice fish. Just on the bottom. That's a single nymph, single waltz worm. When starting out with Euro-nymphing or tightline nymphing, don't get overwhelmed by fly patterns. A great way to begin is with waltz worms. Trout almost always will eat them, so you can fish them with confidence, allowing you to focus on your presentation and your drifts. They're easy to tie, they can be made in various colors, making them a versatile choice for any angler. So is this simple waltz worm pattern a quote Euro-nymph? Well, let's break it down. The essence of a Euro-style nymph lies in its construction. First, it features a jig-style hook, which helps the fly ride upside down, reducing the chances of getting hung up or snagged during your drifts. Next, the fly incorporates a tungsten bead. This heavy bead is crucial as it builds the weight directly into the fly, allowing it to sink quickly and stay in the strike zone longer. Lastly, Euro-style nymphs generally have a thin body profile. This design helps them cut through the water column faster, making them highly effective in various fishing conditions. By understanding these key features, you can tie and fish Euro-nymphs with confidence. So are they all the same? These Euro-style nymphs are tied with the same materials and on the same size hook. But are they truly equal? Let's find out. All right, so now we're going to compare these two nymphs using a gram scale. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to make sure it zeroes out. Now keep in mind, both of these nymphs, they're exact same size in terms of hook size. They're both on an 18, use the same materials, and they both have a 2.4 millimeter bead. So let's go ahead and weigh. It weighs in at 35 centigrams. So I'm going to take that one off, let it go back to zero. I'm going to take the second fly, I'm going to drop that on there, and wow, this one is almost twice the weight. Looks like it is coming there. It started at 60, but now it's registering at 55 centigrams. So why does this fly weigh so much more? Well, the only difference between these two flies is the kind of bead that I'm using. The first one that only weighed 35 centigrams, okay, that one I used a brass bead. For the heavier fly, I used a tungsten bead. So one of the most important aspects of tying a Euro-style fly is you want to make sure that you are using a high-quality tungsten bead. Using tungsten beads instead of traditional brass beads is crucial when you need to build weight into your flies. Tungsten is much denser than brass, allowing your flies to sink faster and stay deeper in the water column. Whether you're buying flies or tying your own, make sure to choose tungsten beads for optimal performance. First cast in there, got him. Nice. See, I had to put that little bit of extra weight on. I had taken the dropper off and it wasn't getting down fast enough. The second I put that top fly on, a little 2.4, gave it enough weight. So sometimes fishing two flies isn't a matter of trying to, catch them on two different places in the water column. It's a lot of times it helps with weight management. It's kind of like adding a split shot. There is a system to this. So if you look at the first two rows, those nymphs are on a size 14 hook and they have a 3.2 millimeter bead. So those are the heavier flies, or the heaviest flies in this box. The middle three rows that you see there are size 16, and those are all 2.8 millimeter beads. So I'd consider those kind of my medium size. And then the last two rows are size 18s, and they have a 2.4 millimeter bead. So that's the lightest weight. So you kind of have your heavy weights up here, your mid weights, and then your light weights. So let's take a look at these 3 thread Frenchies, all tied on the same size hook, a 16, same exact pattern. What the difference is that you're going to see is the bead size and the weight. So you have the 3.2 millimeter bead, which is your heavy fly. You have your 2.8 millimeter, which I would consider my medium. And then you have the 2.4 millimeter. So this same pattern can be tied in 3 different weights. And then I can manage that based on where I'm fishing, based on the speed and the depth of the water. So essentially, when we're talking about Euro flies or Euro nymphs, we're talking about flies that have the weight built into them, and that weight generally comes in the form of a bead. So far in this video, we've emphasized not getting overly concerned with patterns when you're just getting started. Waltz worms are a fantastic, easy to tie option that you can fish with confidence. Remember to always use tungsten beads, as their weight will help you get your flies down into the strike zone where the fish are feeding. It's also crucial to vary your bead sizes. I recommend carrying heavy, mid, and lightweight flies to adapt to different water conditions. This variety will ensure that you'll be prepared for all of the different depths and speeds of water you'll encounter in a day on the river. Well, now that we have the basics down, let's take a look at some of the more popular and effective Euro-style patterns. The pheasant tail is a timeless classic known for its simplicity and its versatility. The hare's ear should be a staple in any fly angler's box. The Frenchie is a pheasant tail variation that adds a modern twist with its hotspot. Thread Frenchies simplify things even further by using thread and wire to form a slim body. Soft hackles imitate emerging insects with their subtle movement underwater. The Rainbow Warrior is perfect for attracting fish when nothing else seems to be working. Perdigons are known for their slim profile and quick sinking nature. They are particularly effective in fast water when it's important to get to depth in a hurry. Stoneflies are essential when wanting to tempt trout with a bigger meal. Jig streamers have recently become popular. They combine the action of a streamer with a jigging motion that trout find irresistible. I've found these to work the best early in the morning. You can even have a little fun adapting junk flies to the Euro style. The mop is my personal favorite for high or off-color water. So it's important to keep things simple in the beginning. You don't need all of these patterns at once to be successful. You can catch a lot of trout at first with simple patterns like the waltz worm. Start by focusing on a few effective patterns, but remember to have them in a variety of weights to match the water type that you are fishing. The trout care much more about a natural drift than they do the specific pattern. You don't always have to match the hatch. Euro and tightline nymphing is about taking advantage of trout's opportunistic nature. For more detailed articles on these patterns, be sure to visit troutstrike.com. And don't forget to check out the Trout Strike YouTube channel for video tutorials on how to tie these simple yet effective patterns. There are links to both the site and the YouTube channel in the video's description. Come on. All right, I'm going to throw it up a little higher up into this. Let it get to depth. Come on. There we go. That was sweet. That was awesome. I had to kind of float the cider, so I was out of contact, but he took it hard enough that I felt it. Very cool. That was awesome. I love catching them at a distance like that. Sometimes in Tightline, you know, you're catching them and they're right in front of you. But that guy, that was awesome. That was a lot of fun. And he's a good fish. He's probably the best fish of the morning so far. Come on. See if I can get this guy into the net. All right. Nice. Ah, that's... Hey everyone, Jeff Smecker here from troutstrike.com. Hey everyone, Jeff Smecker from troutstrike.com. Thanks for tuning in. Whether you're new to the fly, hey everybody, Jeff Smecker here from troutstrike.com. Thanks for tuning in. Whether you're new to Euro and Tightline nymphing or if you've been at it for a while, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to be diving into why simplifying your fly selection can really boost your ego, testosterone.